All right, so if you're a level 6 project controls apprentice, I'm willing to bet you've stared at skill S10, the sustainability one, and thought, okay, what do they actually want from me here? Well, today we're going to demystify it completely. We're going to follow an apprentice just like you and turn that vague requirement into a real, concrete skill you can use and, most importantly, prove. Let's get into it.
So, let's meet Jody. She's a project controls professional apprentice at a company called Ibis Stores, and her manager, Riddle, has just dropped this on her desk. The company has this huge, ambitious net zero goal, which is great, but for Jody, working on this specific marketing project, what does that actually mean day to day? How does she help out without throwing the whole project off track?
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? How do you, as a project controller, make a genuine, measurable difference to environmental sustainability when you're not a climate scientist? That's the exact question Jody is wrestling with, and it's the one we're going to answer together. Here's how we're going to break it down in this explainer. First, we'll stick with Jody's challenge. Then, we'll decode what Skills S10 is really all about. After that, I'll walk you through a simple 5-step plan to get the hang of it. We'll see how Jody puts it into practice, and then, the important part, will get you ready to absolutely nail your own assessment. And finally, we'll turn things over to you.
Okay, so Jody's feeling the pressure a bit, but she does something smart. She grabs a coffee with her mentor, Adam. And her first question is super simple, but so important. Adam, what is this skill? What am I actually supposed to be doing?
And Adam's explanation is a total game changer for Jody. He boils the official standard down to something that makes sense. He tells her, look, this isn't about you inventing some new solar panel, it's about using the skills you already have. Scheduling, cost control, logistics, to spot chances to be more efficient. The funny thing is, a lot of the time, being more sustainable is just a side effect of being more efficient. And this part is absolutely crucial to understand. You are not expected to write the entire company's net zero policy. You're not supposed to be a full-time sustainability guru. And this is not some optional, nice-to-have thing you do if you have time. What it is about is weaving this thinking into your everyday work, finding those practical wins, and making small changes that help the project and the plan.
So Jody says, okay, I get the what now, but I'm still a bit fuzzy on the how. And this is where Adam, being the awesome mentor he is, lays out a super simple but powerful roadmap, a 5-step plan to build this skill from scratch.
Let's unpack this. First, you understand the context. What does net zero mean for your project? Second, you identify the weak spots. Where are the inefficiencies creating waste? This is where your project control skills are pure gold. Third, you evaluate your options. Is this idea practical? What's the benefit versus the cost or the risk? Fourth, you act. You either make the change yourself if you can, or you recommend it to your manager. And finally, number 5, you monitor the results. Prove it worked and help build that sustainable way of thinking in your team.
Okay, armed with this new framework, Jody heads back to her desk. Now it's time to put this plan to the test on the actual Ibis Stores marketing campaign. This is where the theory gets real.
She starts with what she knows inside and out, the project data. She opens up the logistics plan, the delivery schedules for all the marketing stuff. She's just doing her regular job, right? But now she's looking at it with this new sustainability lens, actively hunting for those inefficiencies Adam talked about.
And boom, there it is, her aha moment. As she's looking through the plans, she spots a pattern. There are all these different trucks leaving the same warehouse on different days, but they're all going to stores in the same area. It's inefficient, it costs more, and it's just burning extra fuel for no reason. This is a perfect example of step 2, identify. So she quickly moves to step 3, evaluating her idea. Then on to step 4, act. Instead of tons of separate trips, she works up a proposal for one single, consolidated delivery run for each region. She even does a little research and finds a local courier that uses electric vans. It's a simple, smart solution, and it's totally within her power to recommend. And the result? Well, Rita absolutely loves the idea. Why? Because it also saves the project money on fuel and driver hours. A total win-win. Jody works with the team to put it in place, and they figure out the change will save about 2 tons of CO2 for this one project. That's a real, tangible impact, all from just applying her core project control skills. Amazing, right? Jody has successfully developed and used the skill. But now comes the other critical part. How does she prove it? For her apprenticeship portfolio, for APTEM, and for her final exam, the Endpoint Assessment, or EPA. For this, she connects with her coach, Olivia. Olivia lays it all out for her. She explains that assessors want to see both your thinking and your actions. So a reflective statement shows them you get the why.
The old schedule versus the new schedule, that's hard evidence of your impact. And that email you sent to Riddle proposing the change, that shows you took initiative. And if you get some positive feedback from people, that proves you made a smart, balanced decision.
Then, Olivia preps Jody for the professional discussion with a classic EPA question. Describe a time when. She coaches Jody to use the STAR method, that's situation, task, action, result, to frame her story. Situation, the campaign. Task, my specific job. Action, what I actually did. Analyzed, found the problem, proposed the solution. And the knockout punch, the result, a 2-ton CO2 saving. On time, with cost benefits. It's a perfect, evidence-packed answer.
So through this whole journey, from being kind of confused by a big corporate buzzword to taking real, meaningful action, Jody has completely transformed. She's not worried about skill S10 anymore. In fact, she sees it as a real opportunity.
In her own words, really say it all. She gets it now. It's not about some grand, complicated gesture. It's about using her core skills as a project controller to make smarter, more efficient decisions every single day. She's confident, she's capable, and she is totally ready for her assessment.
We've been following Jody's story, but really, this whole explainer has been about you. Her journey is your roadmap. You've got the 5 steps, you've got the evidence examples, you've even got a model answer. Now, it's your turn.
So take a look at your own projects, your schedules, your resource plans, your logistics. Don't try to solve the entire climate crisis by tomorrow. Just ask yourself this one simple question. Using my skills as a project controller, what is one small, smart, efficient change I can spot today? That's it. That's your first step, and that's how you truly master skill S10.